everyone. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you for the likes, thank you for subscribing, and thank you for sharing the past videos with your friends and family. Today on Global Nurse Story, I have a very important guest for you today, my audience. I have a renowned nurse practitioner. She's an experienced nurse practitioner. She's not just a provider. She is a leader and a mentor in nursing profession here in the United States. Help me welcome Mrs. Endurance to Global Nurse Stories. You are welcome, Ma. Thank you for granting my interview. Thank you. I really appreciate you. So, can you just give us a brief introduction about your nursing journey here in the United States? Thank you, Ma.
Yeah. Thank you so much for having me, Sister Blessing. It's a privilege to be here with you. Yeah, not so much about me. Humble myself. Endurance is my name. By the grace of God, I'm a nurse practitioner. Yeah, in the United States, I've been a nurse. Oh my goodness, it's almost, past a decade right now. It's more than 10 years since I started my nursing career here in the United States. And truthfully, I started as a nursing assistant. So, which is so interesting to see how the beauty of nursing is all about. Started as a nursing assistant, went back to school, got my bachelor's, though second degree, engineering back home. I was an engineer back from home, but over here in the United States, I started off as a nursing assistant, went back to school, got my bachelor's, and after my bachelor's, I worked in the ER for a while, working I think in the whole R, work in the ER for like more than 6 years before I went back to school to get my master's in nursing, what's it called, nurse practitioner. So I think this is my 11th year as a nurse in the United States. So that
So
is a little bit.
impressive.
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
impressive. So I have some questions that I already have here for you. So let's go to the point now. So my first question is, will you be able to share with us the single most challenging emotional or mental shift that you experienced going from a registered nurse to becoming a provider, a family nurse practitioner?
Of course. And funny enough, when I was doing my nurse practitioner program, that was COVID 2020. So that was a big emotional period. I almost left the nursing career, truthfully, with the COVID pandemic. I told myself, oh no, this is not for me. We all know what happened in 2020. But despite, I knew I was called to be a nurse because the goal of my nursing career is to give back to the United States. I made a vow after I saw advocacy in a different mode. We have a special needs son that came into the United States. And when we came into the United States, he was deaf and hard of hearing due to a lot of our childhood birth defects. But I saw nursing in another career. I saw it in another level when I saw the advocacy this boy received here in the United States. That was what really ignited the passion of nursing in my soul. And I told myself, this is the best way for me to give back to the United States. So even when COVID came, 2020, that was in the front line fighting against COVID, I almost gave up. But the reason I came into the nursing career stood out. I was ready to go further. I was ready to, okay, I can take this to the next level. COVID is not all about it. We can survive. We can still be a nurse even after COVID. And that was what really kept me as a bedside nurse at that time. Another emotional experience I had, definitely going from a registered nurse to a nurse practitioner, was the amount of clinical hours, clinical rotations that we had to do. Being a full-time mom, working as a registered nurse, of course, you have to go for your shift, you have to go to work, and also going for those clinical hours rotation. Those hours were really, really emotional because they were exhausting. They were long hours. You have to go from like maternity, you have to do women's, you have to do pediatrics, you have to do a lot and a lot before you transition smoothly to become a successful nurse practitioner. So I found that challenging a little bit, but definitely, like what I said, if you're determined, if you know the reason you came into nursing, you can definitely pull through. And that was my God saving grace. Hopefully that answered your question.
Yes, it does. Thank you. Yeah, so we'll go to the next question. So, as a new grad nurse practitioner, family nurse practitioner new grad, how were you able to navigate yourself to find a particular area where you work? Like, where do you work right now? How did you navigate yourself? Or because as a family nurse practitioner, I know, just like you said, you went for different rotations. So, what made you to specialize in primary care that you are doing right now?
Yeah, long time ago, before going back to school, definitely I knew I was going to be a provider. I love patient care. I love it so much. I love it so much. Yeah. I knew I was going to be a provider. I respect those that they do like mental health, they do other things. But for me, I am called to be a provider. And at the same time, I wasn't ready to specialize just on, let me say, adults. I wanted like lifespan pediatric population to get the experience onto adulthood. And that is the reason I went for family nurse practitioner. I didn't just go for like geriatric, yeah, because I wanted to have all of the experience. And one thing definitely that helped me navigate, like what you said about, okay, your experience as a new grad coming in from being a registered nurse to a nurse practitioner. One thing definitely that helped me, and I have to tell those out there, is number one, you are a nurse. A nurse is a nurse. It doesn't matter if you're a registered nurse, if you're a nurse practitioner. Your nursing skills cannot be taken away from you. And even when you go for your very first job or interview as a nurse practitioner, those they know already that you're not a family nurse practitioner yet. They know you don't have the experience. So going out there to like brag and said, I've done this, they know already. They know you're a brand new nurse. Of course, your nursing skills are intact, but one thing that is not intact is your assessment, your diagnostic, how you are able to like put the whole picture together, diagnose, read imaging, and prescribe. They know you don't have that yet. But trust me, they believe your nursing skills. They believe it so much. So when I went for my first interview as a registered nurse going into the, what is it called, nurse practitioner field, all of my storytelling, they were all patient related. So I didn't even use any of my clinicals as such as a nurse practitioner. Most of my experience, okay, how were you a team lead? How were you able to navigate a tough challenge? All of them were your nursing, were my nursing skills. So people you are speaking with, they know you already. So you don't need to go over there and start saying, I've done this, I've done this. Your rotation matters a lot, definitely, but it doesn't really matter. Your nursing skill as a bedside nurse gives you your first job as a nurse practitioner. Take it from me.
Wow, that's very, yeah, good to hear. Like, because some people might make that mistake, especially now we are in the age of AI, writing your CV and sugarcoating everything into it. So, yeah, it's going to be a learning experience for the first job, but we can do it because we already have the base knowledge that we need as a nurse. Oh, thank you, ma.
You're
So
welcome.
I'll go to the next question. That when you are writing your CV, your resume for the first job, what do you highlight in that resume when you are looking for your job? Like the first job as a family nurse practitioner, just like you said, straight from school
Mhm.
to becoming a provider. You've always been you've always been receiving orders from the doctors. Now you are the one to be writing the orders. Like, what are the things that need to be in the resume for you to start looking for that kind of job as
So
a
your
new grad?
resume, the first thing that comes in your resume, of course, your overview. Tell them about yourself. I'm a compassionate nurse. I'm a registered nurse looking for this and this experience. Then every other thing, of course, where you worked as a registered nurse is very important. But your most recent experience as a student nurse practitioner comes in. So rotation one, where you did it, put that in there. Your rotation two, rotation three. Your all your clinical rotations and the hours you spent should be listed. Not very like 1 to 2 pages. I am a very big deal about 1 page resume. Very important. Yeah, because those they don't have time to look at 2 pages of resume. Highlight your skills. Okay, what you did, how you assisted the medical doctor, how you assisted your precept in doing some, like, let me say, what is it called? What is it called? GYN care. What you did, your clinical rotation, how you were able to do like suturing. Let's say you were in the urgent care. How was in the urgent care? So I did a lot of what's it called, suturing. I liked your skills over there. How you were able to help this patient, just like that. I liked. Then after which you go back and put your what's it called, your nursing experience, where you're currently working. Of course, you're currently working, looking for another job as a nurse practitioner, right? So you put where you're currently working and just go from there. Then put like reference if needed.
Thank you. So, can you share any tough interview questions that you've come across and how you were able to navigate it?
Yeah, there are so many, but most of the tough what is it called, interview questions are always teamwork. They are looking for a team player. Number two, they are looking for someone they don't mostly they don't want to hire you, and 6 months you're quitting. Let me use that word. So you have to give them your vow that, okay, this is what they always ask you, what is your short and long term goal? And that is where a lot of people fail it. Okay, my short term goal definitely is to gain my experience as a nurse practitioner, give my best to the company, but don't just say my long term goal. Okay, my short term goal, I'm thinking of going back to school, or I'm thinking of, okay, going for another job. You get what I'm saying? Let them know you're willing to like spend time with them, let them know you're willing to learn. That is the biggest one. They want to see that humility in you, that you're willing to learn. You get what I'm saying? You're willing to learn. Then teamwork. The biggest stuff I find when it comes to being a practitioner is some elements of pride. You get what I'm saying? I tell nurse practitioner, once you are a nurse practitioner, your nurses are very important. It's a teamwork. Once a nurse, always a nurse. So you want to use that, how you will work along with your nurse to make sure you give the best and safe patient care. You get what I'm saying? Because you need your nurse at every time around the corner. You need it. So you don't want to, like a lot of us, after you leave that position as a registered nurse, you want to like, okay, I'm no longer there. You are there. You're a nurse, you're a nurse. So you want to give them that stuff that you're willing to work. Just same way you were interviewed before you got your registered nurse job. How will you work with you don't tell people your, what is it called? Your
CNA.
CNA, nursing assistant, or the housekeeper. They are very important. They are part of the team. The goal is to keep this patient safe and to give them the best of care. So that is my advice to the younger MPs out there.
Thank you. Yeah. Once a nurse, always a nurse.
Always
So,
a nurse. Yes.
yeah, because you still have to renew that your registered nurse
Yes, you can't even
license, right?
practice. You can't practice without being a nurse.
Okay. So that will take me to the next question. So we have a lot of job search engines and other LinkedIn, Indeed. Which one do you see as the pro- most profitable for you when you are looking for your first job? I'm majoring on the first job because that's the most difficult one to get, you know. So which one do you feel is most helpful when you
I
were
love
looking for your first job?
Indeed. Truthfully, I still use it. I love Indeed so much. And the reason is, okay, when I do my search on Indeed while I was looking for a job, after I do look at the Indeed stuff or what they have right there, then I can trace the company and go directly to the company website. Like if you see a job over there at Duke, let's say the VA, UNC, right? You then want to verify by going into their career page to see, okay, do they have that opening really? I know a lot of people say scam, some other things with Indeed, but it's really the most accessible what's it called, job search you can think about. You can be driving, park on the way, and before you know, you just search Indeed and you get your what is out there for me. Can I Yeah, I love Indeed. I love then also to look at you can do like I do Google search a lot. When I was a new grad, you can do fellowship programs. You can just type fellowship programs and things will pop so that you can see what is out there. You get what I'm saying? Because fellowship programs are really great way to transition from being a registered nurse to a NP. Is really
Did you
helpful.
do fellowship program?
No, I did not. But trust me, I would have done it if I had the opportunity. I would have loved to do it because I discovered. But one thing that helped me was my ER experience. I started off at CVS Mini Clinic, which I love so much. Trust me. I tell every new grad is a place for you to go because why? You don't have access to your collaborating physician as such. So you are there and you're seeing over like 20, 21 patients. So you're on top of your game. You're able to manage a clinic. You're able to run the clinic. You don't know what is walking into that door for you. So you're able to manage. If you're able to manage CVS Mini Clinic for 6 months, trust me, you will fly. Once they see CVS Mini Clinic, any urgent care, any ER stuff on your resume, you're ready to fly just for 6 months. So I tell new grad, and the pay is wonderful. So I wonder when people said, "Oh no, they don't pay well." No, CVS does, and I really appreciated my time I had with them. I think I was with CVS for like 1 year, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, one full year before I left CVS, but it was a great experience. I learned a lot, it's so much documentation, everything there. You learn a lot from it. So I really enjoyed it.
So you already answered my next question because
Oh
I want
wow.
to say what are your views about residency program, fellowship program for nurse practitioner? But you already said it. That is a very good way to transition as a registered nurse
Hmm.
to become a nurse practitioner, a
Hmm.
provider. Yeah, thank you. So the next one is, do you have a mentor during all this time? Do you have a mentor, someone you can call? Because there are sometimes there are difficult cases that you handle, someone you can open your heart to, someone that can help you continue in the journey. Do you have a mentor that is readily available for you to actually pour out your mind concerning your career path and everything?
Yeah, and that is where building relationship while you're in school matters a lot. You get what I'm saying with your fellow colleague. I know they are the same level with you, but building relationship matters. Up till now, I still have a way of reaching out to my what's it called instructors, clinical instructors. They are always my references if I need any. You get what I'm saying, and it's also very helpful to reach out to them for any job related stress. Then when you get your job as a new grad, truthfully, no company will allow you swim alone. Yeah, so they definitely put someone there to oversee, to help you if needed. And I tell people a closed mouth is a closed destiny. If you're drowning, you need to reach out. Very important, reach out because patient life is at stake. You get what I'm saying? Nobody, patient life and safety is at stake. I rather reach out to my doctor, so I don't understand what to prescribe. After looking through your drug app and everything, I don't know. This patient is having a lot. Reach out to the pharmacy, reach out to a lot of people. So building that relationship with your fellow colleague at work, even doesn't matter. What do you think? Always reach out. Your preceptor is number one. Your clinical preceptor is number another one. Even what I would definitely say, even if he's a medical director and you have a great relationship, please reach out. It's very important. Very important.
Reach out.
Reach out. Yep. Mhm.
Yeah, so if you are to give a word of advice to a new grad nurse practitioner, what kind of advice do you give them to thrive in their first year of practice as a provider?
Yeah, your first definitely is not going to be easy, especially if you're coming from another background. May let me say, okay, I had some experience that helped me. My ER experience was really number one that really helped me going into transitioning from being a registered nurse to a nurse practitioner. One thing I tell new grad, be easy on yourself. It's not going to be easy. You have to take it easy. There are times you come back home and cry. There are times you think, oh, when you're driving, did I prescribe the right medication? Lord, please help me. You get what I'm saying? There are times. So be easy on yourself. Take one day at a time. You are not an expert yet. And that is a good thing we have with it's not like a good and bad thing. You have collaborating physicians. Most of the time they don't want you disturbing them, but truthfully, according to the law, according to North Carolina Board of Nursing, you can call them at any time. Why? you're practicing. So that is very important. Reach out, reach out. They are not expecting you to know it all. They are not expecting you to know a lot of cardiac medications, a lot of things. You get what? How to adjust the medication for chronic kidney patients. Now, they are not expecting you to know all of those. Reach out. You have the resources there. You just have to reach out. So take it easy on yourself and give yourself some grace. Go back home, get some relaxation, do some relaxation technique, and say, yes, I can do this. And go back again the next day. Do take one day at a time, and trust me, when you're like 6 months, you'll be flying. You say, I got this. They can wake you up and you can prescribe whatever medication you want to prescribe. But reaching out and also build relationship. I can't emphasize how important that is. No man is an island. It doesn't matter who you are, where you are. No man is an island. Build and secure relationship. It speaks so much for you. It speaks so much for you. Yeah, it does speak so much for you. That would be my best advice to any new grad out there. Very important. Be easy on yourself, number one. Number two, build relationships. Those two key things.
So finally, um, what is the most important characteristics a new nurse practitioner, let's say family nurse practitioner, psychiatric nurse practitioner, need to possess to be successful in their career? Characteristics.
Number one, be compassionate. Keep your bias to yourself. Very important. You will come across diverse population, so diverse. Yeah, be compassionate at all time. I tell myself my foundation when it comes to my practice is whatsoever you sow, you reap. That is my foundation in my nursing career. So if I find myself tempted to do the wrong thing, I quickly remind myself, endurance, you are planting a seed right now. And whatever seed you plant, trust me, you're gonna reap it. So have that at the back of your mind. Another quality or characteristics, you must be patient. You must have endurance, as my name says. Very important. Patience, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. If you don't have it, you will lose it and you will lose your license. And we are in a country that patience is always right. Very right. Is a patient word against your word. That does not mean you're not right. You get what I'm saying? But try to hold it. At times we get so angry, frustrated, want to react immediately. Hold it. Just try to hold it. Be compassionate, be patient, keep your biases away, and just be focused, and you will thrive. You will definitely thrive. Yeah.
Thank you. Be compassionate. Be patient. Keep your bias to yourself, and you will thrive. Thank you so much. My audience, I hope this interview has been able to help you. Yes, we are here, and that's what community is all about. We have our home people in different aspects of nursing here in the United States. Bringing them here to share their experience will let us know that we can do it. You want to be in leadership, you can do it. You want to be a provider, you can do it. Reach out to people that can help. Be patient, be compassionate, and keep your bias to yourself. You will thrive. Thank you so much. We are going to end here. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to share this with your friends and family. See you next time. Bye.